Happy Monday morning, everybody. It is so beautiful out today. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The dog is on the prowl over there looking for squirrels. We're just getting ready to head out. Today I have my auditory processing testing and it's like 2 hours away, so it's another car trip day. But I'm really interested to see, first of all, how they test for this. I was told that the test is going to last about 2.5 hours. So that's kind of a long time, and I'm really glad that they're being thorough because so many times I've had my hearing checked and they just really quickly did some little tests and were like, yeah, you can hear fine. But the thing is, I can't hear fine. I go into these appointments and I'm like, okay, I'm having a really hard time processing everything I hear. It's just I'm overstimulated. I'm really struggling in social situations. I'm having a hard time really just picking someone's voice out from all of the background noises. And they're like, okay, so we'll test your hearing. And then they put me in a little soundproof booth and tell me to raise my hand when I hear a beep. And I'm like, I can hear that it's beeping, especially because you put me in a little soundproof box all by myself. Like, this just isn't practical. I don't have problems hearing a beep when I'm all alone. So I'm really hoping that these people have a little bit of a different approach on this and that it is worth the drive. Alright guys, well, we are here. We are a little bit early, so we're just killing time in the parking lot. I'm honestly getting a little bit nervous. I never really get nervous for medical tests, but I feel like this is more of like a mental test, and this kind of thing makes me feel kind of on edge, and I just start to feel like I'm stupid. I know that I should be able to understand, and I just can't, and I don't know. I just really hope that everyone is nice and understanding. Yeah, this is a little bit of an uncharted territory for us, so we are just gonna go in and see how it plays out. It is much later now. It has been quite a day. I guess I wasn't expecting the testing to take so much out of me physically. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to bring you guys in, and unfortunately I was not. Basically, the testing consisted of me sitting in one of those little soundproof rooms and just doing a lot of hearing and responding for like 2.5 hours. Obviously, for someone who has difficulties with this kind of thing, it's tiring and frustrating. And that's kind of the point of the test. The doctor kind of explained it to me as like the point of the test is to get you to your breaking point and then measure if that breaking point falls within normal ranges or not. I imagine even for people who aren't struggling with these problems, it's a difficult test. Of course, it starts off easy. It's just like, let me know if you hear a beep. And I'm like, awesome, I totally hear a beep. And by the end of it, they were like, okay, someone is going to say a sentence in each of your ears at the same time with background noise, and I want you to repeat the sentences back to me, starting with the one in your right ear and then the one in your left ear. And I was like, can anyone do this? So after those 2.5 hours in that little sound booth and multiple mini breakdowns inside of my brain, she called my mom back in and we talked about my results. So long story short, yes, they do have an auditory processing disorder, but she found that when she modified the test slightly, given time, I was able to kind of figure out what was going on. It just wasn't being given enough time. She was able to prove that yes, I can process these things if given the right circumstances, which was extremely helpful for our benefit and will probably be extremely helpful in the future as I try to move forward with my schooling. So that is one of the main things that came out of it, is that this is now something that's written on paper and validated. It's not something that I'm just saying. So do I have an auditory processing disorder? Yes. And yes, there are some reasonable accommodations that do help me to function better. And so those accommodations are something that I will be able to pursue should I decide to continue my schooling. Besides that, where do we go from here? Well, she recommended that I undergo some neuropsychiatric evaluations because this issue is something that has developed and gotten worse along with my neurological problems. We don't really know if this is something that would have been me anyway had I never gotten sick or had surgery, or if this is something, as I suspect, that is secondary to some of the brain injuries I have sustained from long-term brain and spinal cord compression. There are different options for treatment and management depending on the reason why this is an issue for me. Now, do I want to undergo more testing for this? That is the question, because we have so much on our plates. We're dealing with so many different things. To be perfectly honest, I'm not quite sure if the payoff from some of that testing would be worth the amount of work that it would take in this moment. Having this testing done today and having this workup is something that I kind of wanted to get out of the way, and I was hoping that maybe there would be an easier answer. But besides being extremely validating, these results have kind of left more questions open than it has answered. So I am going to be looking into what it entails having this neuropsych evaluation, but I'm not going to be moving it to the head of my list. But it's definitely going on the list. I just obviously need to deal with some of these more emergent issues first, and then when I'm more settled and I'm starting to think about where I want to proceed from there, I think that that will be the right timing for that. Anyway, that is that. I accidentally fell asleep after the nurse was here and I didn't finish getting ready for bed. Now it is 7 a.m. I didn't take my night meds yet, but don't really want to skip them since a lot of them are pretty important. So I'll be taking them now, which should be interesting. I have to get up again in a few hours to get ready for physical therapy. But anyway, I guess this is good morning, good night. I will see you guys in a little bit when I have to get up again. Good Tuesday morning for the second time. I am back up, I am re-ready, and it is time to go to PT. Today I am sporting this super cool Ehlers-Danlos awareness tank top that was sent to me by Amber. She's a fellow artist and Redbubble shop owner. So I just got this in the mail yesterday. And at first I thought it was just the zebra and the wording, which would have been super cool. But then when you look over here, you can see there's like these rainbow words. It says like support and hope. And it's so stinking cute. I love that it's like black and then it's like subtly colorful. That kind of goes with a lot of my outfits. The front is like this like chiffon-y fabric, so you have to wear like a tank top under it. But the back is like this cottony soft t-shirt fabric. So if you guys are interested in getting one of these shirts for yourself, I will put all of her information in the description box below. And for reference, this is a size small. So I don't know if that helps at all. Alright guys, it is now time to go. I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, we are just leaving my PT appointment. I think that everybody is frustrated at this point with my leg. We tried doing some gentle exercises today for the first time in a while, and I started to have some issues with the patella tracking again and with some really loud snapping every time I moved my knee. So my physical therapist came back and looked at it and had another therapist look at it and try to manipulate it, and it seems like they got the patella to track, so that isn't making a snapping noise anymore. And I think that that was actually masking the worst problem. So we're thinking maybe that the snapping sound is actually the sound of the tibia itself subluxing, which is not good news. We were really only doing very, very gentle exercises that shouldn't have caused any issues. And if they were going to cause issues, they certainly shouldn't have caused the problem that I started to have, especially so soon after her fixing it. So unfortunately now, whenever I am not actively walking, I have to have the knee brace completely locked in immobilization. She's just really hoping that that will help to hold some of the corrections she did, at least until Friday, when we can kind of reevaluate what's going on. I can't quite figure out how to comfortably lock it straight in the car. It's like, I don't really have any place to put my foot. I don't really want to put my leg up on the dash because I feel like that's dangerous. But this is the only way it'll go. Okay, so the seat is as far back as it can go. So I feel like this is my only option. It won't, there's no room here. Have you guys ever had to wear a knee immobilizer in the car? And if so, how did you do it? Because this doesn't seem right. But there's no foot space down that way. Maybe sit in the back? I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know. Just chilling out now, watching Bob's Burgers. I'm trying not to bend my knee. Oh, Lauren, do you like my shirt? Okay, look at my new shirt. This girl Amber sent it to me. It says Ehlers-Danlos awareness. Really well. It's a tank top.
Oh. Oh, it's swishy.
Yeah, so the front is like, and look, it says like hope, and like I should get you one of these for Christmas. But the front is like chiffon, and the back is like a t-shirt. Looks like Bob has the exact same problem I got going on. Oh my goodness. Happy St. Nicholas Day, you guys. There's plants in mine. Oh my gosh. That is so stinking funny. What even is this? Oh my gosh. That is too funny.
Gonna grow an avocado.
It says giant amaryllis. And it says no watering necessary.
Mom really knows you.
The perfect plant for me. Apparently, it blooms when it's matured. Oh, that's gonna be cool. Wow, that's what it's gonna look like someday. Wow. So this plant takes absolutely no care. Stay tuned for how I possibly managed to kill it. It looks like it's growing a spatula. I love it. Oh, they have to get creative when you can't have candy. That's so sweet. What's in here?
You can have my apple.
I can't have an apple.
I don't want it.
Oh, is this an angel?
Okay, I thought that was gonna be way better than it was.
Can you help me? I can't hold the camera and release the angel. Ooh, interesting. He looks like he's thinking very hard about something. He's so cute.
He's trying to be seductive.
Where should we put him? Let's put him on the tree.
It doesn't even have a string.
Here.
Where did she put
Ooh. Just. There you go. I think somebody's mad because she doesn't have shoes. Aww. Sammy, did you miss out because you don't have shoes? Yeah? Are all the shoes up on the table this year because last year you ate them? Yeah. Okay guys, what is about to go down? Mom?
We're going to
Dad?
Dickens' Christmas Carol.
Yay! We're going to go see a Christmas Carol performed live and I'm so excited.
Family party.
Woohoo!
9 o'clock in the morning.
The last time the three of us were together, just the three of us, I think,
It was when Christina was born.
was when I was 4 and we went to California. Lauren stayed home. And I think that was the very last time. So this is a very special treat. This is a show, they put it on every year, and I went on, I think it was a 5th grade field trip
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
to this show. And I was absolutely mesmerized. And from then on, A Christmas Carol became like my favorite Christmas story and Christmas book. I read it every year. I love Charles Dickens. So for the last few years, it's been my goal to get to this show. And every year, something goes wrong. I end up needing surgery, or we're down in Maryland, or something. So I'm so excited.
Go
You guys
Scrooge.
excited? Woohoo!
Scrooge and Jacob Marley, here we come.
Whew. I always say Bob Marley. It always gets like in my head, and then I like can't get it out. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Bob Marley. But Anyway, I will check in with you guys later. I'm so excited.
Children's show every summer. Look at Willy Wonka Jr.
We're super excited. It is filled with kids here on field trips since it's a day show. Look at how
Yay.
you're gonna finish. Are you done with it already? The show hasn't
I haven't
started.
gotten a single kernel yet.
You didn't ask for one.
Want one?
I did.
Want some?
And look at how cool this is. It is a completely round stage surrounded by seating. So cool. And if you are wondering why I am wearing my neck brace, it's mostly just because it allows me to relax and sit for longer and really just enjoy it instead of having to worry about holding up my head. Okay guys, any reviews? How did you like the show?
Fantastic.
God bless us.
Jacob Molly was my
everyone.
favorite.
It was amazing. I think it needs to be a new tradition that we go every year. And bring Lauren next time. It was so good. And I feel like we're all in the Christmas spirit a little bit more now.
Yeah.
So,
Mankind is our business.
there you go. Guys, that show was so amazing. That just like totally made my year. Seriously, I mean, I have been wanting to go back and see that show for the last at least like 4 or 5 years, and I've just never been well enough at this time of year to go back. It's just this awesome local community theater that we have that puts on like these really professional productions. The show was full of special effects and pyrotechnics, acrobatics, and people on wires, and it was just amazing. You guys know how nerdy I get about musicals, and this was a musical based off of one of my favorite books. And it is set at Christmas. What could possibly be better than that? We managed to get like super discounted tickets. They had this special daytime production so that local schools can come for field trips. And then they used their Black Friday sale to try to fill up some of the rest of the seats. So we ended up getting 3 tickets for the price that we would have paid for 1 ticket, which was definitely worth getting up early for. Obviously I couldn't film while I was in there, but this is the guy who played Scrooge, and he does an absolutely amazing job. I swear he's been doing it forever. I think that he might have been the same guy who was doing it when I saw it 10 years ago. It doesn't start until December 8th. But this was a special showing. If you guys happen to live in Massachusetts or any of the surrounding areas, definitely check out the North Shore Music Theater because they put on some pretty darn amazing shows. Thank you guys for all of your comments and suggestions about how to get my saline bag to heat up. This is what we ended up doing, and it's working wonderfully. So thank you so much to whoever suggested just literally putting it into a thing of warm water. It's pretty darn simple, but it's working awesome. So thank you so much. All right, it's done. Well, that nap turned into a full-blown sleep, which is good. I really needed to catch up on my sleep after these last few days. But when I woke up, I found out that we no longer have Wi-Fi. The cable and internet guy came to come fix an issue, and not only did that issue not get fixed, but now the Wi-Fi doesn't work. So we're basically living in the dark ages now. Wi-Fi is one of those things that you don't realize how reliant you are on it until it's not there anymore. I'm already going insane. Send help. But honestly and truly, I have other things to do with my time. I'm working on some Etsy orders and just relaxing, listening to music. To all of my friends who make fun of me for still having everything on CD instead of using Spotify and Pandora, who's laughing now? Also, I'm like freaking out because I'm so excited. I just got a package in the mail from one of my Secret Santas, and I really want to thank them. But the Secret Santa is still going on, so I can't like use their name to thank them. But thank you so much to my Secret Santa. This is obviously going to be another super nerdy Christina thing, but look at this bag. Okay, guys, this bag is going to replace that ugly black backpack that holds both of my pumps. Look at that. I have my saline pump on one side, And my feeding pump on the other side is room to put syringes and EpiPens. There are these little zipper pockets here that I can put my phone in. Has like a crossbody strap and it's like padded handles. I'm gonna try to find this to link it down below for you guys if you're interested. And they also sent me this Adventure Time board game and I'm super psyched about it, even though it says like ages 6 and up. I just love like silly fun board games, and I also just really love Adventure Time. It's always just kept me happy on the hard days. So my Secret Santa is the best of all the Secret Santas. Very, very happy Christina today. In total, this day has way more than made up for all of the rough days last week. And that's just the beauty of life, I guess. People ask me how I stay positive and how I keep going, and it's days like this that really redeem those difficult days. The reason that we keep fighting is because we know that there are going to be good days in the future. And I know in the midst of all of the struggles, it's hard to keep that kind of mindset, and I don't even pretend to understand all of your situations. I do know that for me, when I'm struggling, it always helps to look back on some of those good days and just remember that those days do happen and that there is hope for that again in the future. Alright, well, I have some work to work on. I will see you later if we can ever manage to get the Wi-Fi fixed. Hello, people. It is morning outside, but I am just going to bed once again, because apparently sleep schedules don't exist in my life anymore. But before I went to sleep, I wanted to check in with you guys because I have been sharing my little journey with you about these transdermal vitamin patches that I've been using. I felt like I had to I felt like I had to make this update because I'm already in it. I can't just share half of the journey. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I've just been updating. I've been using these vitamins. They're called Patch MD. It is a little patch that you just stick on your skin and you change them every day. And I've been using them for about 3 months now. I think I'm on my 3rd month. Because I signed up for their program, I also get emails from them. And I saw on Black Friday an email go by that they were having a big sale. Figured it was the perfect time to pick up a few more kinds. I read up on their website and they said that you can definitely wear a bunch of different patches. You don't have to choose just one. So along with the multivitamin patch, I am now going to be wearing B12 plus energy patch, the iron plus patch, and a D3 complex with calcium. I'm going to be very patchy. Tonight will be my first night trying all these on, and by tonight I mean today, because it's day. I fell asleep after the show yesterday and I'm all messed up. Putting all of these on, along with my daily multivitamin, be wearing 4 patches, and these are all a month's supply, so at least for the next month. And I will let you guys know if I notice anything. I will obviously put all of the information down below so you can read up on these. The thing about them is, I mean, obviously the greatest part is that I don't react to them like I do every other kind of vitamin. Is that it's not just like purely iron or purely B12 because your body just doesn't absorb them that way. It really is important to get these things in a complex. It just helps your body to use them. Otherwise, you're kind of just paying for very expensive urine. I'm gonna go to bed. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Maybe I will feel like Superwoman tomorrow. This is for all of those people who message me and tell me that I would be totally cured if I just took vitamins. I guess tomorrow I will be totally cured. See you then. Hello you guys, it is Thursday, technically Friday. Today was kind of a catch up and rest day, which I really needed. Tomorrow I have 2 doctor's appointments. I have a hematologist appointment and then I have physical therapy. So that's going to be interesting, and I have to wake up and start getting ready for that in 2 hours. Yay! The traffic getting into Boston is usually pretty difficult, especially at rush hour, so we have to leave around 8 a.m., which means I have to wake up around 6 a.m. to be ready for that. It's 4 a.m. right now, so this should be very interesting. But I got some stuff done that I needed to get done. Sometimes you just gotta get it done when you can. Alright, well, off I go to bed to catch a couple hours of sleep. I think maybe I should just, I think I'm gonna like get dressed for the day now and then just like sleep in that so I can just roll out of bed and go. That's a good plan. The fewer things I have to do in the morning, the better. Anyway, good night, good morning, good luck. Good morning, guys. It is Friday morning. It's been about 4 hours since I last talked to you. I did get about an hour of sleep, and then I noticed that the Wi-Fi was working again. Not super well, but it's working. I was able to quickly jot down all of the shipping information for the Etsy orders I needed to send out. First, we're headed to my new hematologist. It's always a little nerve-wracking meeting a new doctor because you just don't really know what to expect, especially with a rare or chronic illness. You're just afraid they might not understand or even sometimes invalidate your diagnosis. But this hematologist comes very, very highly recommended from an EDS friend of mine, so I do trust her. And I'm excited to get some answers. My old hematologist just wasn't that great. And they just kind of told me, oh, you have sticky blood and you probably have a clotting disorder, so we'll just put you on all these blood thinners so that you don't have any more strokes because of the narrowing in my brain and stuff like that. But she never really elaborated on that. She ran a bunch of blood work and I never got any of those results. And she also was in Maryland, so it really wasn't very doable. So I'm excited for that. And then of course I have PT right after, which should be an interesting appointment as well. So we're gonna head out and hopefully I can manage to get some sleep in the car in between appointments. I'm really feeling pretty sick. I seriously need to fix my sleep schedule, but it's really hard when you're also on a med schedule and you can't take, like I can't take my morning meds too close to my afternoon meds, too close to my night meds. So my schedule gets messed up, my meds get messed up, and it's just really hard to undo it. Alright guys, both appointments are finished and so am I. The hematologist went pretty well. She was super nice. It wasn't like a super productive appointment. It was kind of just a get to know you, like how could I help you, what are you here for kind of thing. Unfortunately, we weren't able to access any of the records from my previous hematologist, even though they said that they sent it and that the office got it, which is kind of frustrating after all of the time that we waited. I guess in the end it doesn't really matter because basically my main question was, should I still be on all of these blood thinners? Obviously I don't want to be on all of these medications if I don't need to. There's definitely pros and cons for your body. I do think that I still feel a whole lot better when I have them than when I don't have them, and she wants to figure out why that is and wants to get clearance my neurosurgeons as well as a neurologist before she makes any changes. Plus I am taking a lot of hormones in the form of different birth controls. She said like even some of her patients are on blood thinners just to counteract their birth control pills. So I might be settling in for the long haul with these, which is totally okay. I just want to make sure it's the best thing for my body. After that, I just went to my physical therapy. I really wasn't feeling well going into it. I was feeling kind of car sick. I wasn't tolerating my feeds. And I'm feeling so much better now. I had something in my pelvis was off and she fixed that. It wasn't super fun, but it really helped. And they were able to get my gut moving again, which is really great. And the good news and the bad news is that my knee looked a lot better today. The reason that would be bad news is because it looks better because I've had the knee brace immobilized 99% of the time since I saw her last. So it's good to know that that works, but obviously that's not really a sustainable solution. Hello people, it is a lot later in the day now. I am just waking up from what I feel like can't even be considered a nap, because at this point I'm pretty sure I'm just living a fully nocturnal lifestyle. But I'm awake and I'm catching up on some of the things that I couldn't do when the Wi-Fi wasn't working, and And now I'm gonna plant some more succulents because apparently I can't pick up a hobby without picking up a hobby. I can't just have one plant because in my head, I'm like, okay, well, if I'm gonna be watering one plant, then why don't I water 70 plants? Because that's just as easy, right? So I've fallen down a slippery slope. But seriously, like the more I'm stuck in my room, the more stir crazy I get, and the more I want to decorate, and it's becoming a problem. Okay, it's been a problem. But seriously, look at how cute these pots are. Like, I couldn't pass this up. This reminded me of that snail from Adventure Time. Although I didn't know he was gonna have one eye. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but I kind of like it. And then this thing is just really awesome. I already had this one. Yeah, okay, I have a problem. And there we have it. This one, I have other plants that I want to put into it, so it's just got gravel in it right now. The rest of these are done, and I think they turned out really awesome. Some of these have a hole in the bottom, so I have to get some kind of plate. Ooh, I know, I'm going to put them on my owl platter. Okay, I have this like, well, owl platter. Here's the whole little family, all in their pots. We got some little propagating leaves in the back here. Some of them are kind of sad looking. They had lost a lot of their leaves in their journey here. Like this little guy here is barely holding on. But I'm hoping to nurse him back to health. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm not going to keep them all like this, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to spread them out around the room a little bit. I love that I have this giant desk and I'd still do all my projects on the floor and then just display them on my desk. Also, so it turns out this new bag and that game that was sent to me was not from the Secret Santa that I thought it was from. It's actually from a secret Santa. I have no idea who it's from. So, if you're watching this, my secret Santa, thank you so much. I love my new bag, I love my new game, and you're super awesome. So, thank you! Which reminds me that I have to actually send out my secret Santa gift still. I have all my stuff right here. And I also am putting stuff together for the giveaway. I have not forgotten about that. I think I'm gonna wait until after the holiday just because there's so much going on. And the mail is so crazy and the post office is so crazy. I kind of want to wait until that rush is over. But I'm always just like tucking away special little favorite products of mine and stuff. So get excited for the new year, you guys. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this vlog here this week because I feel like I did a lot more than usual and it's probably going to end up a little bit long. And I'm planning on doing nothing tomorrow. So I think this is a good time to end it. So if you liked this video, it'd be cool if you would give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, I would love to make them. So you can hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye! Guys, it's snowing! Finally! Now it feels like Christmas.